What's up, fucking YouTube? Yeah, just wanted to check out my new camera, honestly. So I figured I would do a live and see where we get. Can't promise it's gonna be long, probably gonna be short. But yeah, I like this camera. It looks a lot better than that fucking other camera. I don't understand the other camera. I don't know how old that MacBook was, but I guess it was kind of old. Yeah. Let's see if we can put this on a little pedestal. So I hope everybody had a fucking good Thanksgiving. Did lots of shit. I got this Anjuna Deep shirt, boy. I've worn it for like 2 days now. I've washed it 3 times. I really like it. What can we talk about? Barry's not here. Barry's out of town. He went to go see his dad. And his dad was like excited and proud of him because he got on Ozempic or whatever the fuck he's on. And he lost a bunch of weight. So yeah, that's good for Barry. He said his dad was proud of him, and he said that's all he needed to hear, which is interesting in itself. But I'm happy for them. But yeah, he left me here by myself to run the ship. And by ship, I just mean the YouTube channel. And so I got into it yesterday with one of my family members, and I don't want to go too into it and give you too much background because it's just going to be mean if I do that. But right, I get notifications on my fucking computer. I did not know that. That's interesting. Anyway, keep fucking reading it. Anyway, so I got into it with one of my family members because we were watching football, and so this is my girlfriend's family, right? My girlfriend's mom is Cuban, Puerto Rican, something like that, right? And she's very dark. She has braids. I mean, she's very dark skinned. And her daughters, like my girlfriend is dark. She's dark skinned, but the other one is not so much. It's like I feel like she's a little lighter. But I mean, they both got like an olive complexion, but I feel like my girlfriend's the darker one. Anyway, so my girlfriend's sister has a bunch of kids. And, I want to love these kids. I really do. Like, I want to. And, like, the only one I'm attached to is, like, the older one. And because she's I don't know, she just grew on me when she's come to live with us a few times. Like, she has a lot of potential. And, but she wastes it. She's, like, very artistic, but she just sits on TikTok. And there's no problem, whatever, dude. Like, do you, your path is your fucking path. And the other one, her brother, he's like 17, and he don't ever shut the fuck up. He's just always talking. And that's fine. Like, I put up with it for I've been with my girlfriend for like 10 years, and I've never said anything to this motherfucker. And but we were it was all the men in the living room yesterday. They were watching football, and I just sat on the couch. I was just stoned to the gills, and so I just sat down on the couch and was just sitting there. And he just he will argue with a fucking stick. Like, he really will. Like all of them will. And so he kept calling something. He called Colin Kaepernick, I think that's his name. He called that motherfucker whitewashed. And I was like, dude, you're fucking white. And he's his mom, like I said, his grandma is dark. But his last name, it starts with a Z. And it's not like a Hispanic name. It's a fucking white name, okay? And so it's just it gets on my fucking nerves. I've heard them say that shit so many times. It's like they have a real issue with white people, and I'm just like, dude, you're all fucking white. And that's the first thing I said to him. I said, you're fucking white. And he's like, yeah. He just started arguing with me, and I'm just like, yeah, but you keep saying that shit, and I'm fucking white. Eventually I had to tell him, hey, I'm fucking white, motherfucker. Get on my fucking nerves. It's not like you're saying it in a joking way. You're talking shit about all these football players that are whitewashed. And like, it's like, bitch, you're fucking white. What are you talking about? Like, for me, I have a problem when somebody has like self-hatred like that. You know, like we're all born into the skin that we're born into, but I couldn't imagine like hating the skin you're in. Like I could not imagine that. And like I've heard like these fuckers say that shit so many times, so many fucking times. It gets on my goddamn nerves. Just can't fucking take it anymore. And so like I fucking ended up, and I can't remember. I don't even know what he was saying back to me. I was just like starting to get so mad. Like there was a piece of me that I had this bottle in my hand, and I was pointing at him with the bottle, and I was like, just hit him in the head with the bottle. Just hit him in the head with the bottle. And I had to like fucking stop myself because I wanted to just go bink. Like, what the fuck's wrong with you? Like, motherfucker, your brothers and sisters have blue eyes. Just because you have brown hair and brown eyes and you look a little Chinesey for some fucking reason, like, you just fucking think it's okay to fucking like sit there and like talk shit over and over about white people. And like, I don't know what TikTok channel he's on or any of that shit, but like, I don't fucking play that shit, dude. Like, I don't fucking play that shit. Like, you can't do that with me. Like, you know, especially like I have two little, like my girlfriend is dark skinned, but our babies are like, one of them's gold and the other one is white like me. And like, that's his cousin, right? And I'm just like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? You're just fucking ranting and raving about this shit. And it's like, I just had enough. And so I told him, if you don't shut the fuck up, I'm just going to body his ass and we're going to be done with it. And I fucking meant it. Like, like I fucking meant it. Like, I wasn't going to punch him, but I was going to fucking grab him and fucking like squeeze the shit out of him or slam him into the earth. One of the two, like, because God damn it, bro. Like that shit got on my fucking nerves so bad. Like, I just couldn't deal with it. I just can't. I can't deal with it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't feel like you can be racist to one group and then think it's so like nobody else is fucking racist. That's bullshit. Like it's fucking retarded. And like you see it in the media. You hear about that shit. Like with what's the name? Daniel fucking Penny. His shoulder's up. Okay, this one. And like you hear about that shit with Daniel Penny. Like, you know, they're like, oh, he's a racist because he fucking beat up some guy that was trying to do some shit on a subway. Like, apparently he was saving people. And then like these other motherfuckers get stabbed recently on a subway and they're like, why didn't anybody come to help us? And it's like, dude, you have your image right here. Like, they're fucking hunting you down. Like, it's ridiculous. And so I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't fucking take it. I had to let him have it. So, and then they all fucking got mad and they left. None of them said anything to me when they left, but they left. And then my girlfriend was like, she goes, hey, my sister left our group chat. And I asked her why. And she said, because she wants to go, like, you know, be around higher level mental people. This bitch don't even have a job. And she said she wanted to go be around higher level people that weren't going to fucking threaten her child with violence and all this shit. Well, your child is fucking 17. He's an adult, right? And he's sitting around with adult men having an adult conversation. And so, mind you, I did all of this in front of my my father-in-law, right? He was sitting there, he was watching this whole thing, and he's just smiling the whole time. And when I got done, he goes, thank you. He goes, thank you. He even text messaged me later and said, thank you. He's white, right? Like, and it has nothing to do with the white thing. It's just like I fucking put that little kid in his fucking place, and nobody's done it. Nobody's done it over there. His mom doesn't give a fuck about him. Nobody gives a shit. And he just runs his fucking mouth. So I put him in his fucking place. His grandpa reached out to me 3 times and said, thank you. And I mean, I felt bad about it a little bit because, like, I mean, yeah, like, you know, he's much younger than me and shit like that. But, like, God damn it, man. Like, when's it going to stop with those people? Like, I've heard that shit so many times with my fucking family. Like, I've heard it over and over and over and over and over. And I'm just like, and I've had to even say this shit to my girlfriend before. I'm like, dude, you have white babies. What are you fucking talking about? You cannot be all anti-white. Like, you can't be like that. You can't be like, oh, white man bad, everybody else good. You can't. It's just not, it's not fucking okay. It's not fucking okay. And I've had to like have this conversation with her. Like, look, dude, you're raising white kids. You might not feel like they're white kids. Those babies are white. You cannot fucking treat them like as if they did something bad. They are going to look around at the world around them, regardless on what anyone says to them. They are going to look at the world around them. They're going to look at themselves and they're going to go, fuck, I'm pretty fucking white. Like, I mean, that's the category they're going to fall in. So I don't know. That shit just got on my goddamn nerves. And thank God nobody's watching this shit, because I'll probably just delete it. But who knows? Who fucking knows? But anyway, like, maybe I'll just make it for our subscribers only, because that shit got on my nerves. That shit got on my nerves so bad. But they're all about to move away. They're all about to move away. And the fucking craziest part about it all was that, like, my girlfriend's sister said all that shit to her about, like, wanting to be around people with higher intelligence, and, like, not wanting to associate herself with, you know, us low level people and whatever. And but this bitch was, like, sitting there an hour earlier telling her oldest daughter, who's 18, telling her, they were talking about some sort of prostitution website, right? And it's like, they mentioned it like as if it's like a common thing in their household. Like, and I know this kid's mom, right? I know the aunt, like, she's my sister-in-law, and she thinks that sex workers are cool. And I don't understand why. She's like a fucking almost 40-year-old bitch she's out of work. She doesn't have a job. She hasn't had a job in forever. And she thinks that sex workers are cool. Her daughter had said a joke about how somebody would give one of these sex workers an STD on purpose. And I couldn't believe it. I just, like, you know, was not really in the conversation. I was just listening. This bitch goes, she goes, no, that wouldn't happen because she's smart. She said a prostitute was smart. And I was just like, like, she's told her daughter this, her impressionable young daughter. And there's something that happens when you're watching these kids with their mom. It's like they will talk so much shit about their mom and what kind of a loser their mom is and all this stuff. But when they're around their mom, it's a different fucking story. It really is. It's a different fucking story. And so, like, they're around her and they're like, you can tell that, like, they're soaking up information from her, and, like, you know, like, they're receiving, like, they're the way they receive information is different when they're listening to her than when they're listening to anyone. And she goes, no, she's too smart for that. Like, I'm just like, oh my God, she's like idolizing prostitutes and sex workers, and, like, that is so fucking baffling to me. Like, how do you do that? How do you fucking do that? Like, how do you do that to your child? Like, do you want your child to be a sex worker? Is, like, that's something that, like, you think is good in your mind? Like, I mean, I just don't even say nothing. And I let that go. And, you know, but then when her son said that shit about fucking white people this, white people that, like, I couldn't take it, man. Can't fucking take that shit. Like, I'm not here. I had nothing to do with anything that happened hundreds of years ago or whatever it is. I have nothing to do with the skin that I'm born into. All I have to do is what I do with this fucking skin I'm born into, right? Whether, like, I want to be a piece of shit or whether I want to be a good fucking human, like, it's up to me. Like, my skin color has nothing to do with it. And, you know, like, it's just baffling to me. It's just, like, it's got to come from a place of jealousy, right? Because, like, they have nothing. They have nothing. We bought them clothes for Christmas because their mom doesn't do it. Like, I don't even want to get too far into it. You know, like, I haven't even talked to my girlfriend about it today. She was really nice to me today. So she, like, told me this shit right before bed. Like, she came out of the bedroom, putting the kids to sleep. They sleep in their own room, right? They have the master, and then I sleep off in a different room. And my girlfriend came out of there, and she's like, I'm in my kids' room playing PlayStation. Like, that's where it's at. So I'm like fucking balls deep into some zombies, right? Like, getting my fucking ass handed to me. And she tells me about them leaving the group chat and all that shit. And I was like, okay, you know, whatever. And I didn't know what to say. It was just like, okay, like, you know, why is your dad calling me, thanking me? You know, like, why is your dad telling me, like, whenever it all happened and my mom was like, what happened? My father-in-law goes, he didn't say anything wrong. And and he was like, he thanked me. He thanked me for doing that. And, like, I mean, like I didn't want the thanks because I didn't feel super proud of it, but I also didn't feel bad about it because like I'm not gonna fucking hurt him. But like, god damn it, like I don't know. I mean, he's just fucking insulting me in my house, like by saying that. It wasn't like, oh, white people are fucking have fucking dry skin. Like, it wasn't like a joke. It was just like, oh, he was talking about black people being whitewashed. And like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, like what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, there's nothing wrong with that guy because he wants to talk a certain way or because he likes white women or because whatever, dude. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like it just made me so mad because his little brother and sister have fucking blue eyes. His older sister and his little brother have blue eyes. Like, like my children are gonna carry that blue eye gene. And like we're super rare, dude. Like we're super fucking rare. Like if the internet's not lying to me, we're like 1% of the fucking world. Like, and so like to me that's something special, like and it's only like, and yeah, because I have blue eyes I'm gonna say that, right? And I would hope that everybody feels that way about themselves, no matter what fucking color you are, no matter what like I hope that you feel good about yourself. Like I don't think anybody should feel bad about themselves because of the body they're born into or the skin they're born into. It's like you should feel bad for your choices. So if you used your fucking body in a terrible way and you, let's say, prostituted it out or whatever, you know what I mean? Or if you were just a fucking glutton and you didn't fucking do anything but fucking eat a bunch of fucking food your whole life, like, dude, yeah, I kind of hope you feel like a little bit shitty about that. Like you made bad choices with your fucking body. And like looking at my shoulders in this fucking thing is driving me crazy. I'm like, this side goes up so high, so easy. Ugh. But you shouldn't feel fucking bad about the choices you've made or like, fucked it all up, right? You should feel bad about the fucking choices you've made because that's what's going to keep you on the right path in the future. It's what's going to self-correct. It's like you have to learn these things. So if you got really fat, that is your fault. And to some extent, it could be genetics. It could be your mom feeding you crazy amounts of food. I have a friend, right? And this guy, he's a lot like me in some ways, but he's way more ghetto, and he uses the word dog all the time and shit like that. And that's cool. Like, be you, bro. Like be you. Like, I think it's a little silly, but be you. And now this guy, like, he has a daughter, right? And his daughter is humongous. She's fucking humongous. And I just always feel so bad because she's a baby. I mean, she's around the same age as my middle child. And it's like, they just over there fucking taking her to eat this and taking her to eat that. And I mean, he's a big boy too. But it's just like, in my mind, I'm like, how do you not see what you're doing to your child? Like, your child has no choice in this matter. You're showing this kid a world where it's like, yes, let's just eat everything sugary and everything that's drizzled and sprinkled and like covered. Let's do it all, right? Like, I mean, and I just feel bad, man. I feel fucking bad for that little kid because there's some real fucking problems that are gonna come this kid's way. Like and it's like the guy's my friend, and I don't want to fucking like alienate him or like, how do you bring that up to somebody, right? You don't. You make a YouTube video. You post it on the fucking YouTube. That's how you fucking do it. Because there's no other way. Like, I just don't understand. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't understand. Like I don't let my kids eat certain foods. And like I explain to them, like my kids always, when he comes to the tattoo shop, we have a vending machine. And I'm like, dude, you have fucking candy. Like he's like always asking about Skittles. And I'm like, no, you're not fucking eating Skittles. Like, I have to be this piece of shit. Like I have to be this angry dad that's like, no, fuck no, you're not eating goddamn Skittles with all those fucking poisons, all those fucking dyes. Not happening. And he fucking hates it. And when he does eat candy, oh, it's a big deal. It's a big deal. And, and there's, And it's like, I hope that I'm doing the right thing. I really do. Like, I hope that I'm doing the right thing because it's important. I want him. I want him to be healthy, but I also know that I could be creating a monster by never letting him have that stuff. So, I mean, on Halloween, of course, it's like, go crazy, kid. But pretty much the rest of the year, we're not eating Takis. We're not eating shit with red dyes if we can't help it. You know, I fucking have a problem with Chick-fil-A. Like, so I'm just like, I don't want him eating Chick-fil-A, and they're always eating Chick-fil-A and Mod Pizza, like, all the time. And like, my girlfriend knows, she sees these fucking TikToks about Chick-fil-A serving, you know, like forever chemicals and shit. And you know, yeah. But she still does it. It's like, so I just like, I don't understand that mindset. I wonder about it. You know, I feel like you're doing a very bad thing to your children by allowing them to just go fucking crazy on all the snacks and the foods and the crazy stuff. Like, it can't be good for them. It can't be good for them. I don't know. I don't know. And so like, I try not to like make judgments on my sister-in-law, like, and I really do, like, and I would love to like be able to actually have a conversation with her, but she is like, so, and I've told this to my girlfriend so many times, is like, she's so full of shame for all these different things that she's done, like when it comes to being a parent, that she can never even approach some of these subjects without being defensive and without being rotten inside. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to face some of those demons. Like, I do it on a daily fucking basis. I go out of my way to apologize to people, like, when I do things wrong. Like, I am sorry for the way that I talk to him, and I do hope that I can, like, you know, have another chance to talk to. They're all moving soon, so it's like, part of me is just like, when she told me, I was just like, fuck off, give a fuck about your sister, you know, like, like, it's over. Like, she's moving, like, you know, like, we don't have to, like, all they do is ever talk bad, like, about her, and they talk bad about each other, and like, that's it. It's just a bunch of drama. And so like, they're taking their drama to another state, and I'm fucking excited about that, you know. But I do worry because I do care about the kids, man. I do. Like, it's not fair for them to go through what they go through with their mom, right? Like, it's not fucking fair. It's not fucking fair. It's not fair that she won't get a job or that she doesn't give a fuck. Like, I don't know what she bought them for Christmas. I'm sure it wasn't a lot. Like, they don't pay any bills. They don't even buy groceries at our fucking, my kids' grandparents' house. Like, you know, I call them mom and dad. I don't have a mom and dad anymore. So like, that family is my family. And, you know, so it's like, not like I want to be nasty. And she goes, well, they all think you hate them. I'm just like, the fuck out of here. Like, I buy them fucking Christmas stuff. Like, you know, I give you money to go buy them shit, you know, like, why would I fucking hate them? Like, you know, I'm like, they can think it all they want, you know, I don't care. Like, a few of them have stolen shit from my house. Like, you know, like, yeah, I don't like that behavior. Like, you know, so yeah, like, I don't like you if that's the kind of behavior you're going to exhibit around me. Like, but your family, I have to deal with you, you know, but I don't want to fucking like unlove them or not love them. I want to love them. I feel fat in this fucking shirt, man. Ugh. Me and my body issues. Everybody's always like, you're so skinny. I'm just like, where, motherfucker? Where? I do have abs, but still, I just feel a little pudgy sometimes. I did pretty good on Thanksgiving, on Christmas. I didn't eat any pies. I didn't buy any pies. What did we eat? We ate pancakes yesterday and bacon. Yeah, that was pretty much it. And then today I made ribeyes. So, and then they start telling me I'm too skinny, and then I'm like, then I start wanting to gain muscle but not fat, and it's like, I don't know how to do that. Because anytime I start like fucking eating more, it's like I just get fatter. My muscles don't get bigger, you know. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna switch to that RP hypertrophy app. I really like that Dr. Mike guy. love to have him on my podcast. There's like no incentive for him to come on. Like, but I really like that guy's shit. I'm a fan of him. He's fucking dope as fuck. I'll try to tag him in the description, but I wasn't planning on talking about him, so I don't know how I'll do that. Maybe they'll let me edit it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. But there's 25 fucking minutes of my life, you motherfuckers. And yeah, so if you stuck with me through this fucking rant and rave, I appreciate it. If you just stuck with me long enough to call me a racist cunt, fine. That's fine too. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. Fuck what you think. I'll just go post pictures of me and my mother-in-law. Like, she's dark as hell. So, Yelp. I'll actually one more story, right? Yelp. Yelp is notorious. I think like this is just something they do. It is like they are notorious for like giving businesses bad reviews. Like, and I really think this is like an inside psyop from Yelp itself. They are notorious for giving you bad reviews on your business, and it will say some shit like, came into the tattoo shop and there was 2 girls working there and neither one of them said hi to me. Guess they don't know many black people. And you're just like, what the fuck? I don't really remember why I fucking started this part of the conversation, but like Yelp. And so like Yelp would do that kind of shit. Like, and like other people, like I used to have this Pride FC shirt, right? And if you don't know what Pride FC is, Pride Fight Club. All right. It was this huge event organization in Japan. And I don't know why I would assume that, most people knew what the fuck it was. But I love that Pride shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts. I don't know what happened to it. It's just gone now. And, but it was like one of my favorite fucking shirts. I loved that shirt, man. And I remember I got a review one day where somebody said the owner is racist. And I was like, what the fuck, man? Like, because like my oldest son, his brother is like a real Puerto Rican. I mean, like Puerto Rican, like my son, like my other kid's grandma, like dark. Like I used to call him my little chocolate baby. Like I love that little motherfucker, right? And I would go pick up my son and we would be driving off and I would look in the rear view mirror and I would see, because of the way the apartment was like located, I would see my oldest son's little brother looking out the window watching us drive off, right? And so one day we're driving off and I see that and I told my son, I go, hey, how about next weekend we take Alex with us? And he was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And I don't think my older son knew what he was getting into because it became like a real jealousy thing after that. Like they were always fighting for my attention. But I just felt so bad because the other kid's dad wasn't there for some of those early years. I don't know where he was or why he wasn't there. I know what her story was, but I don't know what his story was. So I won't get too far into it. So I would just pick them both up and I treated them both like my kids because they kind of were, like the brother of my son is essentially like my son in my world. Right. And so it's probably just spam. Yeah. And so, I would pick him up. I taught him how to swim and all this shit. And I remember like when I got this crazy Yelp review, I fucking went to Yelp and I like uploaded pictures of me and my fucking kids. And I was like, oh yeah, I'm real racist, right? Like this is me. And I had to get on to, their, what do you call it? The thing where they help you, customer service shit. And I had to like make a complaint and I had to show these fucking pictures and be like, look, this is my child. Like he is brown as fuck. Can you please take down this racist comment? And they did. But like, I feel like it's a thing that Yelp does. Like they definitely push that shit. Racist. Boogeyman. And I don't know where anybody thinks that kind of shit's going to lead. I mean, I feel like you're just going to create actual racists if you do stuff like that. But, hey, that's just fucking me. But I don't fucking know. But yeah, so there's another story for you. You squeezed another 5 fucking minutes out of my ass. And I don't know why I'm so talkative today, but Let's hope it's a good thing. Let's hope it's a good thing. I love you guys, all of you, even if I'm not your favorite color. It's all good. I don't give a fuck. Say it to my face, bitch. I love you. Have a good fucking day. Look how big my head looks in this goddamn camera. Oh, so beautiful. Big head. Bye.